A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic turn of events, President Donald Trump expressed optimism about potential interest rate cuts following a contentious meeting with Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell at the Fed's headquarters in Washington, D.C. on Thursday. Speaking to reporters at the White House on Friday, Trump described the meeting as very good, stating that he believes Powell may be ready to recommend lowering interest rates. This comes ahead of the Federal Open Market Committee, FOMC, meeting scheduled for July 29th and 30th, where policymakers will discuss the future of interest rates amidst ongoing economic concerns. The meeting, which was the first public engagement between Trump and Powell since the president criticized the Fed for not acting more decisively on interest rates, featured a pointed exchange over the costs of the Fed's ongoing $2.5 billion renovation project. Trump did not hold back, calling the renovation out of control and questioning the timeline and expenses associated with the project. Powell, however, maintained that he does not anticipate any further cost overruns and reassured the president that the Fed is prepared for any financial challenges that may arise. During the press conference, Trump recounted Powell's remarks, stating, he said, "Congratulations, the country is doing really well. And I got that to mean that I think he's going to start recommending lower rates." This statement reflects Trump's ongoing push for lower borrowing costs, which he believes are essential for sustaining economic growth and supporting his administration's financial agenda. Despite the friction during their meeting, Trump later softened his tone towards Powell, referring to him as a very good man and indicating that he had no intention of firing him, a threat he had previously made. This shift in rhetoric may signal a more cooperative approach as the president seeks to influence the Fed's decision-making process. However, the backdrop of this meeting is complicated by a lawsuit filed by investment firm Azoria Capital, which argues that FOMC meetings should not be closed to the public. The firm's CEO, James Fishback, contended that transparency is crucial, especially when the public deserves to understand the deliberations that could impact the economy. He alleged that the Fed's high interest rates might be politically motivated to undermine Trump's economic policies. As the FOMC prepares for its upcoming meeting, the economic landscape remains uncertain. Many economists predict that the Fed will maintain its current interest rates in the 4.25% to 4.5% range, despite Trump's calls for cuts. The outcome of this meeting could have significant implications for the economy, particularly as the nation grapples with inflation and other financial pressures. In the meantime, Trump is set to travel to Turnberry, Scotland, to spend the weekend at his golf courses, a trip that comes amidst these critical discussions about the economy and interest rates. The president's comments regarding Powell and the Fed will undoubtedly be closely monitored as the nation awaits the FOMC's decision and further guidance on the economic outlook. This is a developing story that highlights the ongoing tensions between the Trump administration and the Federal Reserve, as well as the broader implications for the U.S. economy. As the situation unfolds, it will be essential to watch how these dynamics influence financial markets and economic policy in the coming weeks. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.